anything from Kwame Brown before that?
No,
Never.
I never knew what he sounded. I never knew his voice sounded like that.
Me either. I was
Like I
like,
didn't even know
dang,
who
he
he
really
was.
that
Like who
country?
is this talking?
Yeah. Now, like that's crazy. I don't remember a post game interview or
Uh,
nothing. We talking about the number
Nothing.
one pick. I don't
I
remember
don't
ever
remember
seeing
anything
this
about it.
kid. Uh-uh.
But like you hear about his story, like how he was getting treated in Washington, cause like it wasn't hot, bro. Like Jordan was calling him sorry and crap.
Yeah, I didn't
Jeez.
know. I mean, like that's crazy. Like when he really like tell you had some of the story, he you realize he kind of did get fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
like
got screwed
lightweight wasn't
over
his fault.
and relied.
Uh
But
oh.
yeah, so yeah, everybody got screwed over a little bit. But yeah, so he got where was he at? Washington.
Yeah, with the Wizards. Jordan was the GM, called him trash.
Right, because he
They were
drafted
supposed
him
to trade
first
him.
pick, right?
Yeah, and they were supposed to trade him for Elton Brand. They wanted to trade him for Elton Brand. That's the reason why they picked him in Chicago. But the trade didn't go through, so they were just stuck with him.
Mm.
So imagine the GM, Michael Jordan, calling you trash
Yeah.
like every day. And then you got people in the front office that didn't want you here. So you probably hearing little snippets and little crap about that. Like,
Somebody calling you trash.
Yeah, he definitely got screwed over, man. To say the least, bro.
Right.
It was
All
it
right.
that could have worked out totally different
but
All
he
right.
got 12 years out the league.
for real.
And like you hear how people talk about him, but they don't talk about other cats that was like number one picks that was just as trash. I mean, like way worse. Anthony Bennett comes to my mind real quick.
Man, he had nothing. But hey, let me introduce this real quick. No laces. We here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on, fellas?
What
And we
up?
here talking about who is the greatest Sooner of all time. Yeah, I know. You think it's an easy answer. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have nothing else to talk about. So we're gonna talk about this today. I'm trying to tell you something. That's what we're gonna talk about. I got I'll say that in a minute. But anyway, what was we just talking about? Go ahead and go back to that. I just wanted to come on and get the show rolling, man. Like let them know what we're gonna talk about today and what's going down, what's going on, what to look forward to. But it is what it is. We was talking about Kwame Brown, how he got drafted number one, but they really didn't want him. They ended up stuck with him. And where was you going with that? Anthony Bennett was the last thing I
Yeah.
heard.
Anthony Bennett was a worst number one pick. Like he ain't even in the league. I think he only played in the league like 2 or 3 years.
Oh yeah, he's
And he was
basura.
out of there. But Kwame, at least he made it 12. Like he got his pension, you
Yeah, you
know?
don't make it. You don't make it 12 years and be considered a bust.
Yeah. Like you might not have you just didn't feel expectations, but you definitely belonged in the league if you played 12 years.
Now you did what you had to do. 12 years? Y'all can't
12.
tell me nothing.
Nah. Like, hey man,
You can't
like
tell
hey,
me anything. I played 12 years, bruv. What did you do?
and like, hey man, like, yo, like they can try to clown him all they want, but like he to me, he like way he's spitting facts. Like, I mean, for a dude that came from nothing, made it 12 years in the league, didn't get no, it seemed like he didn't get really no help in
None.
Washington, no help to develop him into something. So I mean, hey, he did what he had to do.
Well,
Nah,
that's
he did.
got wasn't that Jordan's first pick?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm, that's a tough situation, man. Tough
Tough.
situation because as Jordan still has the player's mentality at this point. So he hasn't done any GM type of work or anything like that. So his mindset is completely different. He don't know how to handle his role as a GM yet. You know what I mean?
I mean, but you gotta know how to treat people.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
But we all know Mike's.
No.
Hey
We
man,
all
no,
know,
you
Mike.
don't
How
get
many?
no, you don't get
How
no
many?
pass just because you might.
Let's talk
No.
about it. How many?
Exactly.
I'm not giving.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'm not disagreeing with that whatsoever.
Hey, I'm not giving Michael Jordan a pass, bro. Like, hey
Not
man,
as a
Michael
GM.
Jordan has been an asshole to a lot of people for a very long time.
Right.
And we just pass over it because he got good sneakers and he was a great basketball player. But come on, y'all. Michael
Come on,
Jordan
man.
was not the most upstanding, greatest citizen of all time or no stuff like that. Let's not get it confused. I mean,
And
come on now.
And another thing he said was like, what was he supposed to do? Like come out and say, "Oh, Jordan treated me horrible." Who gonna listen to that?
Right, nobody.
Nobody. And then how he was going at Stephen A. Smith, I don't blame him for that. Because Stephen A. Smith was killing him and he was like 18. Like,
Young
man,
boy.
he 18, 19.
I mean, he was
playing
young.
in the NBA. Like, bruh. But
that's what as the media has to be careful of, man. You gotta can't forget. Yeah, they're entertainers, but they people. You know what I mean? That's like the situation with Bridges and the other kid. Man, I refuse to talk bad about they still people. Everybody make mistakes.
man,
You know what I mean? Even if they don't fulfill the expectations of, that we set sometimes too high for people. You know what I mean? That still don't make them a bad person.
nope. It's like just think about you watching ESPN and they talk about your son's team and then they come on calling your son a bum. Just think about that. Just think about that. You watching ESPN and they showing highlights and they calling your son a bum and they telling you all the stuff that he can't do. Like and they had
now there's
like his family had to do
don't
that
get me
for
wrong.
years.
There's a
God.
way.
That's tough. I didn't even think about that.
I understand they have a job to do. Don't get me wrong, but there's a way you can do it respectfully without just flat out calling somebody a bust or a bum. You know what I'm saying? You can just present the facts. You know what I'm saying? Present the stats. Look, this is what a good player does. This is what a not so good player does. That's what
He was drafted. He was drafted in the slot to be a superstar player, but he turned out to be a role player.
Right.
Like that's all it is. I mean, that's all it was. But I mean, they had to get them ratings. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. All right, well let's get to it. Who is the greatest OU football player of all time? Hey, shout out to Jacob Revel, man, in the OU football chat, who asked the question earlier and kind of sparked the idea to go here. Although we was kind of talking about it already, it was just kind of ironic that I looked in the group, or Sean looked in the group and sent it to the group, and we realized that this is what we talking about today.
Yeah, buddy.
So, where do we even start with this? Matter of fact, let's start with the top 50 players in Sooners history, brought to you by Bleacher Report.
With a slant.
With a slant. Eric Pennell. I'm gonna give you all the credit, buddy. Eric Pennell.
Give it
October
all
14th. This now, mind y'all, this is from like 2011. So I'm just gonna run through a couple names real fast, real quick. We can run down this. JT Thatcher at 50, Mark Hudson at 49, Rufus Alexander, Jim Bro Elroy, Trent Williams at 46, blasphemous. Reggie Kinlaw at 45, Darrell Royal at 44, Antonio Perkins, Ralph Neely, Jackie Shipp, Paul Buddy, Lucius Selman at 39.
Hold
Mike
on.
Vaughn, Anthony.
Pause.
Let me pause right there.
Let's go.
So Trent Williams 10 years ago was number 46. Think about that.
10 years ago.
10 years ago. So that might have been his rookie year.
I think he's been in the league 12, 13 years.
No, but now it makes more sense when you say it that way.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. So I just had to had to give
It makes more
not be
sense
so
like
bad.
that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now the list is making more
Yeah.
sense.
Now it
that I
makes
know
more
it's
sense.
2011.
Eric Penner. I'm gonna cut you some slack. It looks more. This list was because I got a video. We have a video because we all did kind of contribute to that video. Top 10 running backs know your history. And that was like 4 or 5 years ago, and people still give me hell about it because P. Ryan and Joe Mixon's not on the list. Bruh, they was freshmen when I made the list. It was like freshmen or sophomores or something crazy. Like, but anyway,
We should go revisit that update.
no, I want to
It wouldn't
update.
change much though.
Let's do it live. We should just do a live show, top 10, and reveal the top 10 live.
I'm with it.
With it.
Already. Okay. So, where was I at? 30. Let's go to
39.
39 was Lucius at nose guard. Mike Vaughn. Anthony Phillips. Mark Clayton at 36, which is one of my favorite. Actually, he is my favorite receiver of all time. Let's not kid myself.
What?
Carl McAdams. You said what? Hold on. What? What you mean?
No DD, no CD, no Marquis.
My favorite?
Oh, man, Mark Clayton has to be. I mean, I could
just
give
have
a shug on this.
I'm not saying he's the best. I'm just saying he's my personal favorite. That's all.
Yeah, to me, yeah. I could agree with that as well.
I mean,
It's personal.
yeah.
It's
DD
personal.
and those
It's
guys,
personal.
and that's not a stab at them at all, man. They were special, but Mark was that dude. It's kind of like the Cowboys. You like the Cowboys, I like the Niners.
Carl McAdams, 35. Gerald McCoy at 34. Gerald McCoy at 34. In 2011. Okay. See, this list is different.
Did him and Trent come out around the same time?
Maybe a couple years apart, or maybe a year, maybe even a year apart, maybe 2 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Trent, right? Okay, we got Jim
Keep going.
Weatherall, offensive tackle.
Where we at on the list?
Number 32, we got Ricky Brown.
32.
31, we got George Cumby, baller. Number 30, Josh Heupel, national championship. 29, Lehman, Teddy, that is. 28, my favorite of all time, DeMarco Murray, which.
Hey, can we pause right here and go ahead and cue some drum roll music, some suspense music, because it's gonna start getting interesting around here.
Right.
Can we get some suspense music?
Is that what we doing?
It's about to get real.
All right.
Daryl Hunt
at 27. We got Greg Pruitt at 26, my guy. Dewey Selman, 25, no problem. Greg Roberts, 24. Tommy Harris at 23. All right. Granville Liggins.
In what world is Tommy Harris not in the top 10?
This one.
In this one. Zach Henderson is at 21. Derek Strait is at 20.
Oh,
I'm just telling you what it is. I'm
yeah. It's getting close.
Jack Mildred's at 19.
Rocky
Elmer's at 18. Jason Strong Arm White is at 17. Rod Schultz is at 16. Keith Jackson at 15. Keith Jackson, who took the reverse, went to the house.
Averaged 27 yards a catch.
What? Jerry Stubbs. Brian Bosworth at 13. Adrian Peterson at 12. And everybody should just stop and think about this.
Stop. Think about it.
Why
Even if it was
is
11
Adrian
years
Peterson at 12 on your, listen, even in 2011, no, you don't get no pass.
Nope, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Come on, bro.
Not at all.
Eric Pennell. You gotta do better.
You gotta
What up, Black? What's up? It's gonna be Baker Mayfield. What up, Black? Kurt Burris at 11.
Hey man, he's sending a linebacker, man.
I ain't tripping with that. Joe Washington at 10. Joe Washington. Little Joe was fantastic.
Yeah.
Jamal Brown, number 9. Tommy McDonald, baller. Tony Casillas, baller, but at 7. All right.
Yeah, Cowboy. I'll
All
take
right, he got 10 sacks one year, so you can't hate him. Billy
Billy
Vessels at
Vessels.
6, Sam Bradford at 5. Let's go, Sammy.
50.
Roy Williams at all right. All right. I should have seen that name a little while ago. What in the human highlight reel?
Oh man.
Number 3, Steve Owens. I can never hate on my guy.
Dog.
I mean, in the top 2, well, that's not a question, but we got a problem here, guys. Before we get to the top 2, we got to address what's happening.
Oh my goodness!
Why is Adrian Peterson in 2011 at number 2 at the least?
Not top 10?
At the least, he should be numbers 6.
And
So
even in
let's look at it.
2011, in my opinion.
We have
and Gerald McCoy and Trent Williams both, I think, was on the 2009 team, so they might have left. So they might have been like they 1 year out, like they second year out.
Yeah.
So we got.
So that's the reason why for them.
Do you think who are you suggesting comes off the list though? From the top 10, from 10 through 3, since we stopped it at 3. Because 10 you got coming in Joe Washington, 9 Jamal Brown, 8 Tommy McDonald, 7 Tony Casillas.
Tony Casillas. Tony Casillas is the only person that I can. Tony Casillas and Roy Williams is the 2 that I would move down.
Yeah, yeah.
They moving down on my list.
Down.
I mean,
they moving down, man.
So if those 2 move down, then obviously Adrian will bump up. Who else? Gerald McCoy.
Let's see.
No, I would say Keith Jackson. Honestly,
I would say Trent Williams.
Keith Jackson deserves everything.
Trent Williams.
I would say
honestly, at the end of the day, when you look at it now, Trent. I mean, because it's hard to equate like a. I mean, we know that they good. There's a big athletic left tackle. Okay, he's great. He's going to the NFL. Okay, he goes top 5. Great. He's a great officer. But you still like we don't have no stats to like equate it to like greatness.
Right.
Well, we know what he was. We know what it was, and we know what he is now. That boy is top 10 greatest OU football players of all time.
True.
I mean, for real, man. Holy, he's going down. It's one of the best.
People. Yes. Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
No doubt.
Left tackle.
No doubt.
Adrian, we got 2 people now. Not to mention, we only got 3 in the Hall of Fame. And what you told me earlier?
Yep.
We got 2 more going in. For sure.
Yep.
Trent and AD.
Yep.
Yeah. Kyler. It's going to be hard, baby. Baker, it's going to be tough on you, boy, in Cleveland. But I hope y'all make it there.
Man, look at what they're up against as quarterbacks, though.
They got
like
Josh
Allen.
Some
guys.
They got.
Look at Black. Black said number 2 would be Leroy.
What I mean, what they're up against at quarterback position. Look who's been inducted. Like Mahomes, you got to follow those guys, man. And yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, because I'm thinking about the guys who they're going to be playing against. That, like, for them to become like what they great as we trying to say, it's like they're gonna have to beat Mahomes. They're gonna have to beat Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to win them some championships.
Tommy McDonald.
And they're putting up with former numbers and former quarterbacks like, your Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady, who's still playing.
But as far as like OU quarterbacks, they got to be up there. Colin Baker.
Yep.
I mean, they right up there with Jason and Sam.
It's got to be. Those have to be your top four. Now, I think personally, you have to go with Sam Bradford for the body of work.
What are you
You
talking
go with
about?
Sam out of those four.
Out of who what for?
Sam might have
Jason.
had the best season, but I bet you Baker got the better stats.
Excuse me. Out of what four are we talking? We talking about the best OU quarterbacks?
Yeah, but we ain't even talking about like the old school ones,
Right.
because one of them cats didn't lose like might have lost like one game or didn't lose a game. So that might have to, like, we going off of what we seen in our stats, but like he didn't lose a game. So what's his name? Or he might have lost one game. Like,
y'all ready?
You ready to finish it up?
Yes.
Drum
Number
roll
two.
for number two. Drum roll, please.
Hey, listen, man. If you have not tasted these ribs, I don't know where you been. Because it's none other than Booba Q at number two.
Boomer
You know what I'm
Q.
saying? Billy Sims coming in at number
Boomer.
two. One of the greatest running backs in OU history. I mean, one of the greatest running backs in college football history. I mean, Jesus, look. Right up there with Barry Sanders, Herschel Walker, Bo Jackson, like they mentioned in this article.
watch tape.
Watch the tape. Billy led the Big Eight in rushing in 78 and 79 while leading the nation in scoring and setting an all-time NCAA mark at 7 yards per carry. He followed up by winning a Heisman in 1978 by finishing second in 1979, with many thinking he deserved that award the second time. Now, at number one, I mean, let me tell you, all I can say about the number one, because y'all know who it is right now, because, I mean, I just told you basically. Once I said Billy Sims was number two, you knew who number one was. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You follow, boy. Got two other brothers that went hard at OU.
Both of them ranked in the top 50 on
Let's
this
go.
list.
Let's go. None other than Leroy, Hall of Fame, Selman, Tampa Bay Bucks, represented. Won the Lombardi and the Outland Trophy. Defensive, I mean, listen. He was the only defensive player to get Heisman votes in 1975. And there is no question who the greatest player in OU history is, in my opinion. And according to this list, they agree. So, I mean, what do y'all got to say about number one and the list and overall?
Can't disagree with the top. I would almost go to say the top three. I think that's pretty solid, and you can put them in any order you choose. But I think the right one, number one, is Leroy. Personally, the rest of the list, you could. I think, as Dark pointed out, this was a few years back. You got to realize that some of the players were a lot younger and established themselves. So you could view it as questionable, but you gotta try to put yourself back a few years. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, hold on.
Go ahead.
We did not put enough respect on the guy, old school Tommy McDonald's name.
No. I was listen. You put some respect on it.
We got to put some respect on Tommy McDonald.
Put it on there.
He led the 47-game winning streak. So he didn't lose.
47 games.
No, he also led the team in rushing, receiving, and passing.
Think about that.
Won the Maxwell Award. Where the Heisman was, I don't understand. But yeah.
How did he not?
Hey, man.
And he made the NFL Hall of Fame as a wide
receiver.
Hey, man.
Two-time.
The NFL and college Hall of Fame got the boy bust up there. The statue is there. Come on, man.
listen, one of the great. We gotta put some respect. Put some respect on Steve Owen. 57 rushing touchdowns. Which is still number one. Like I said, and he had to go up against Adrian Peterson, Billy Sims, DeMarco Murray, Joe Washington, Greg Pruitt. All these players. 57 rushing touchdowns. Put some respect on Steve Owen.
Put some respect on it. He was a bad man.
Right.
He was a bad
Yeah, and I
man.
love Roy Williams.
That's what's up, Black.
I can't
Mark
say
Lewis?
though, as over his overall career, that it's top 10 career.
Oh, man, you just hating because he was a cowboy.
Nah, man, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
Who you talking about, Tony Casillas?
No, Roy Williams.
Roy.
Oh, Roy. Roy. And number
But I
4,
don't know. I don't know how far out of the 10 he would fall though.
listen.
But I'm not ready to say he's 10. That's just, that's me, I guess.
We're number 4 on the list. I mean, I don't know if the stats say anything, but he's just a baller, though. I don't know what else to say about Roy. I mean, he got one of the best highlights. That's all you can really say. Like, he was hitting people out there, man.
Definitely
laying them down.
He definitely probably has the most memorable moment in Cotton Bowl history.
Definitely,
Oh, man.
definitely one of, if not the one of.
Yes, indeed.
That picture is in so many restaurants with OU memorabilia around here is ridiculous.
Sean, what are you over there doing?
Oh, my bad.
What's it? Jesus, are you scraping corn over there? What are you doing?
No, that's not me. That's Dark.
Dark, what are you doing over there?
We're over there shucking and jiving.
I'm walking in these house shoes.
Oh, walking these slides. I'm like, what up, Wesley Sloan? What's good? Black, what's good? Mark Lewis, what is good? Everybody in the chat, what's happening? Nah, we just cooling out here. Trying to go over this, man. I think that was a pretty decent list. I mean,
Yeah. It was 11 years ago. Or 10 years ago. 2011, 10 years ago. So
I think it's respectable. But hey, fellas, man, I'm going to have to step aside real quick, man. My son's trying to purchase a vehicle, so he wants Dad to come look it over real quick.
Hey, listen, y'all go ahead and do what you got to do. Hey, matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and pretty much break it down because there ain't much more to go over. Although, no, hold on. I do want to go over something else. But yeah, man, peace out. And we holler at you on the next one.
All right,
man.
Yes, sir.